everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music. So fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Struther.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, on this Sunday. And I'm here with my guys, the first couple of the Let's Talk Football family, the Swintons.
What's going on? How you doing on this daylight savings Sunday?
Yeah. It was interesting. Let me tell you something.
Doesn't change for us.
I know it's literally the same for us. Nothing
exactly.
changed. So
how is that for y'all though? Like,
it's just different because everything on TV moves an hour one way or the other.
That's the thing. When I moved here, I was like, oh, nothing changes. So it's like you're not gonna feel it, but you feel it because the rest of the world changes and we're just the same. So yeah, everything on TV moves. Obviously, you are now 3 hours ahead of us instead of 2. Now my mom, she lives in Vegas. She's at the same time as us now.
Instead of an hour.
It's just
the biggest thing is my work changes because I work for State Farm, so I work for basically all the states, and it's kind of based on their time. So I work an hour earlier on my time than I would have before. So like my time doesn't change, but
early.
the time I work changes. It's weird. It's really weird.
Okay, what's going on, Wendy? Saying good morning and go Pack, go.
It's too early for that nonsense.
Respect.
Go Pack, go.
Respect. Shout out to Thabby. All right, they don't change the time zone. They change around here. Stuff is crazy. Hey, listen, we're moving on. Good morning to you. Glad you guys are here with us, watching as we go. Let's talk football in the morning. I am Sean Spencer. These are the Swintons, and we're here to say hello. Maybe get to you when you're having that morning Joe, that nice little, or if you're rolling out of bed because you had a long night last night. Well, hey, hallelujah. How you doing? Let's get into real quick before we get into football, which is what we're going to get into. Let's talk some birthdays. Okay, let's definitely go into some birthdays. I didn't say it. I know you had a couple birthdays that were yesterday and tomorrow. And what's up?
Yep, my little sister turned 30 yesterday. So
nice.
She had a birthday yesterday, and then my mom's birthday is tomorrow. So it's like a 1 day gap between my sister and my mom, and so happy birthday to both of them.
Nice.
My mom did want to celebrate hers because she said her daughter's turning 30, so she's no longer celebrating birthdays.
Yeah, she doesn't want to take the spotlight away. She don't want to.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Or she just doesn't want to get a year older.
Well, both I understand. Right. Both I understand. Both I understand. Yo, gotta shout out my surrogate little brother is actually my nephew. I've grown up with him. My guy, Devin Crump, man. This guy and me are on the same wavelength since birth. He was born 6 months, my latter. So this is my guy, man. Lives out in the city, Chocolate City in DC, doing this thing, man. So happy birthday to you, partner. Sorry I didn't call you on your birthday, but I have a show now, so I can say it on here. Get at me. Yo, let's get it. So we have to move on, and as we do each and every week, just throwing out prayers for Ukraine. Ain't getting any prettier, people up in the political places talking this and that, and stuff still getting crazy on the ground, and we just want to pray for the people there, and that's all you can do right now, just their prayers. But from that, we will go to the best thing that we've seen this week. We saw a lot of great things. One of the things I did not like was North Carolina. You see, there's no blue, ladies and gentlemen. There is no blue on here. North Carolina had 1 week up and 1 week down. March is mad.
Yep.
But I will start with the one who is wearing blue 1 week late. Didn't get the memo. Come on, Ash. What's the best thing that happened this week?
I had my Cam shirt on, so I was representing.
Respect. It was nice. Very true. Very true. I noticed that afterwards. I was like, all right, bet.
The best thing I saw all week was the Cowboys releasing not Amari, but Greg the leg. That guy, oh my gosh, he had to go. So bad. All year I've complained about him. For the past 2 years, I've complained about him, and he's finally gone. I'm so happy. Shouldn't have taken this long, but bye.
What are you gonna do at kicker now, though?
Right.
I don't care. Literally anyone in the world could walk on and be better than that guy. And we have another guy, I think, already.
Can I suggest a guy that we had this year? His name is Blewett.
Blewett?
I think he'd be great for you guys. Blewett would be great.
Can have that. Greg the leg is gone. I've never been happier. Like, that was the best Cowboys news. I have seen a lot of Cowboys news this week.
Yeah.
We'll get
and
into
that was the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Us talking to Bobby Wagner is a close second. But I'm not going to hold on to hope for that one. But how cool would it be? If it happens, that'll be my best thing. That happened all year.
I can dig it. My guy said, what you got, man?
So, the Steelers don't really do a lot in the offseason, so I can't really go to them as best thing I heard this week and something that they did or anything. So I will go to the best thing I heard this week is something that they didn't do, and that was trade for Carson Wentz.
This is the best thing I heard too.
Seeing as
another one.
Ash was trying to put him in a Steelers uniform already, and I'm glad that didn't occur.
You know what? This is the second best option. If he couldn't go to the Steelers, I'm glad he went to this team.
All right. I woke up this morning, everything was positive. The sun was shining. It wasn't so cold. I was like, yes. And this joint of salt. Oh, it's all right. Yes. Washington. Carson. All right, man. Keep going. Is that it, Sid? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors speculating that we might get Deshaun Watson, and that would be awesome. I'm excited for that. I saw the betting odds. We were the second favorite to get him behind the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I don't know how true that is. I know there's still a lot of stuff going on, so
I thought the Bucks believed in that guy.
Kyle Trask. He's still young though, so you don't know. But I know there's still stuff going on with Deshaun Watson, so it's kind of iffy. But at least the criminal case got dropped, so I wouldn't be mad if he became a Steeler. I mean, he's only 28, uber talented, obviously.
Talent-wise, he's much better than what you have.
And being in the same division as Joe Burr and Lamar Jackson, we're gonna need to compete. So
definitely.
Mason Rudolph ain't gonna be the one, I don't think.
No, not Dwayne Wayne, not Dwayne Haskins.
It doesn't. I mean, this is what Ash kept saying. Oh, what about Dwayne Haskins and stuff? And I'm like, well, we had him all last year, and he never put pads on for a game. So that should tell you how good he was doing.
Yeah, I just thought Dwayne Haskins' problem was Washington. Like, he should have never went there. It was never gonna work.
Yep.
Like, from the very get-go, you knew that he didn't want to be there. It was a weird. So I just thought that was the problem, but I guess not. I guess he's just not that talented.
It's him. No disrespect. It's him. He just can't. Well, look, I'm not going into Dwayne Wayne. Let's move on. Yo, real quick. My best thing I heard, so it's a twofold thing. All right. The best thing I heard is also going to be coupled with the worst thing I heard. And the reason being is my thing is centered around the WWE. One of the best wrestlers, one of the guys that's on top of his game, helps the community and everything. Guy named Big E.
Big E.
Yeah. So he was in a wrestling match on Friday where the guy that was smaller than him was going to do a belly to belly and basically essentially flip him over your head, right? Well, the guy couldn't really get him up. And so he got Big E kind of up, and Big E landed on his head and broke his neck.
Yep.
And it was, and I just wanted, I'm sending prayers to you and everything, because I saw, like, even when he started to go to lift him up, the other guy, he like double clutched, and you're like, at that point, that's like, no, don't do it. If you can't get him, don't do it. So, prayers to him, man, because I had to talk about that. I wanted to shout him out because I saw that, and even on camera, most times if somebody gets hurt, you can kind of hide it. But on camera, I was like, "Oh snap, he's hurt." you see that immediately. So yeah.
I saw him post that he was like doing okay.
He's doing good. Yeah, he moves all his fingers and stuff, but it is a broken neck. But like he's in good spirits. It seems like on Twitter.
Okay, thank God. Now the best thing I heard all week, y'all can agree with me on this. Great. In the WWE, if you don't know, Pat McAfee is with Michael Cole on Friday Night SmackDown, and they are the announcers. He adds color and excitement to those matchups.
He's electric.
Amazing. Well, for WrestleMania, which is coming up April 2nd, I believe, 2-day event. I'm a big wrestling fan. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
So Pat McAfee is in a match with one of these up-and-coming wrestlers named Austin Theory, who's come up through the ranks and making his name for himself. He's famous for doing like the selfies and all this, that. They're going at it. A couple weeks ago, this guy, Austin Theory, comes up talking to Pat McAfee, smacks him in the face. Pat McAfee backs up, didn't do anything. He comes up, does it again last night. My man jumps up on the table and just goes, bop, and just goes after it. I'm like, oh, snap, And there's one time where it's like, all right, okay, this is nice. This is like one of the little promos they're doing. But then at one point, Pat McAfee takes him by the head, and he's like, oh!
Banging it off the announcer's table.
I was like, oh, come on. And he does it again, and then jumps on him again. I'm like, Pat McAfee. I was like, hold on, bro. I was like, wait, is that the actor? He said, you really smacked me.
It was awesome.
It was hilarious, man. I know you guys saw it. What y'all think?
Yeah, it was so funny. I was laughing so hard. I think wrestling to me is hilarious just because the drama of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, Pat's electric, and he's so funny, and watching him jump off it, and then his tweet afterwards was hilarious. And he tweeted the video of him doing it.
Yeah.
And it said, "Not this time, bitch." Because he got slapped last time. Oh, it was so. Pat's awesome. He makes it all electric and so entertaining for sure. And I don't even watch wrestling that much, but now I want to watch WrestleMania just to see that one.
Exactly. He's bringing people in, man. He had that interview with he's had an interview with Brock Lesnar. He's had an interview with Vince McMahon.
Yep.
He is really moving up, and this is what he wanted to do. And I like that because he's getting in where he fits in. You know what I mean? You might not be the main eventer, even though you can get in here, but you're still in right next to the wrestlers, right interacting with everybody. This WrestleMania is going to be dope. So that might have been a sideway plug for WrestleMania people, but Vince, holla at us, man. What's good? But we are here to talk football, so we have to bring you what happened this week. It was a great week for some teams, and then there's Washington. Well, the offseason is in full swing. As I look at Ash getting all excited, right?
Well, the Cowboys week was up and down for me. It was up one day, down the next day.
Look, well, I'm gonna give you a little joy. I'm gonna allow you to do it right now. Carson Wentz. He's the Washington Commander now. Thabby, you're asking
me. It's Commander Carson.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Why?
This is the best.
Why? You know what it is?
The name fits. The name fits.
It does.
So well.
It's like, look, it's like when little Johnny, he goes to school, and then mom, first you put him in suspenders and a bow tie with glasses, and then you put like a little ribbon on his head. Of course he's going to be a target. Commander Carson, this whole thing is just awful. No.
Awful for who? This is amazing.
This is awful. Why? Why are you doing this? Look, in all honesty, here, I like that there's interest in Ertz. Ertz was this guy from Philadelphia. I think this will be a great situation. Bring some familiarity. What we intended to do by bringing Humphreys in for Fitzpatrick, even though Fitzpatrick played less than half. We want to make Wentz feel comfortable. Hopefully, we'll get the Wentz that came in the earliest career that was 11-2, an MVP candidate. But other than that, I have been very outspoken against this man for several years. So this is karma. This is coming back to bite me right where it hurts. Sydney, give me some perspective, Sydney.
There are some good things to look at.
Don't try to spin it.
There are some good things to look at when it comes to Carson. I understand we all saw the.
You just
Jags
said the best
game.
thing that happened to you all week was Carson Wentz not going to the Steelers, and now you're going to try to make it a positive thing.
Carson Wentz is the only quarterback in history to throw for 4,000 yards and not have a 500-yard receiver.
So why don't you want him?
Terry McLaurin is going to be the best receiver he's ever had in his career.
Very true.
And it's not even close. So you give him an actual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
They have a run game. Antonio Gibson's no scrub. You give him. I mean, if they bring in Zach Ertz and paired him with like Logan Thomas, you got a nice tight end duo. Curtis Samuel or De'Ami Brown step up and can be a solid number 2. He's actually going to have people to throw to. He hasn't had that. Michael Pittman Jr. was the Colts leading receiver, and the year before he had like 100 yards. He's not like a stud receiver by any means. So McLaurin being able to put up the numbers he has with the quarterbacks he has in the past, Carson Wentz has the talent. It's just he's a little reckless with the ball, and that's been his downfall. And I think it's because he hasn't had weapons, and he's trying to do it. So
overcompensating
for the lack of weapons, and I think he honestly
reckless.
I think this is the most talented core around him on offense he's ever had. It was wild saying that because Washington doesn't seem like that type of team. But McLaurin is definitely the best receiver he's played with in his career, and it's not even close. And then if you go get an Ertz and stuff like that, I really think those are some positive things to look at when you're talking about Carson and the Commanders. And Lord help us all if they beat the Cowboys.
Let's go. I'm telling you this right now, Ash. I will book my flight tomorrow. We beat you guys. It's over. It is over. I'm buying you a Commander Carson jersey.
I will burn it the second it shows up on my doorstep.
David Wright, Commander Carson.
It's not even going to come through the house. I'm going to walk it to the backyard on the side, throw it straight into the fire pit.
We got to check. If they play Arizona this year, I might have to come over there so we can wear some Commander Carson jerseys. I'm telling you.
That's embarrassing. You are not going to get a Commander Carson jersey.
It's going to happen.
No,
hey,
I will create.
Watch him make the playoffs. You got to at that point.
You don't got to nothing for that.
Come on now. But look, at the end of the day, we got it out of the way. The part that really messes with me was just 100% Washington. We took on the 28 mil. And that, I'm like, what are you doing? Because it changes the outlook and the way that you kind of look at, free agents and everything. As we know, Landon Collins, we already released him, so things are starting to fall. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to the draft, and we'll see when free agency starts on the 16th how all that plays out. But that was not the only news. In fact, that was kind of the
bottom of the barrel news.
That was
right.
What got the ball rolling almost?
That was the minor news. The big thing that came out, we all heard about it right away, and it kind of shocked us, Ash. Russell Wilson goes to Denver, and really quickly, I'm going to show you what the price tag was. So you see, you have Russell Wilson in 4th pick go for Drew Lock, Noah Fant, the Shelby Harris. I'm bringing up one real quick. Two number 1s, 2 number 2s, and a 5th rounder. Wow.
Yeah. At first, I hated it. I was like, they paid way too much for Russell Wilson. But now, if you put it in good perspective the other day, who has Seattle drafted with their picks in the last however many years? It's anything that would amount to Russell Wilson.
Real quick, the funny thing is, in that draft, Denver had an opportunity to get Russ, but they got Brock Osweiler.
Osweiler.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
Sun Devils.
Let's go, baby.
Full circle. So I think Denver definitely won that one. And then letting Bobby Wagner go, I'm like, what are they doing? Right after Pete Carroll said, we're not going to do a rebuild. I'm like, here they are. What is?
Yeah, that one's tough. I think Denver gave up what they needed to give up because they have a good team already.
It was a good fit. If if another team gave that up, I might be like,
yeah, I wouldn't have wanted the Steelers to give that up because we need so much other help, like linemen and stuff. Whereas Denver already has a good line. They have a young receiving core. They're 3 deep at receiver. They got a solid young running back in Javonte Williams. Their defense is solid. I mean, they gave up Shelby Harris, but they still got Bradley Chubb on the outside, Patrick Surtain in the secondary. Their defense is good. So they don't need like these first this year or next year. I mean, like we talked about last week, the Rams haven't had a first-round pick since Jared Goff. So, like, just not having first-round picks doesn't mean, like, you're not going to be good and can't build, because obviously the Rams did. They just won the Super Bowl.
And like we've said before, like, I want to go with the guy that I know.
And that's it. And that's the other thing.
Take a gamble and see what I can get.
Now, speaking of the Rams and their connection to the Broncos, you know, we already know Von Miller's a free agent.
I've seen a lot of stuff about Von Miller going back.
There's a lot of talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, welcome home. I mean, that would be a great scenario. Bring him back. And then all of a sudden, you go from Denver being insignificant in this division with not having anything to jumping up. We don't know what's going on with the Raiders. Yeah. The Chargers, we know are contenders. KC always somehow.
That has to be the hardest division.
That's going to be crazy.
League.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and the Chargers did respond to this move by going and trading for Khalil Mack. Exactly. Who I think they got a steal for. They gave us a second and a fifth.
Yeah. I said that. I was like, Khalil Mack was available, and just for that? Like, why didn't we do that?
Yeah. I mean,
when I looked at that, that made me think, did he fall off that much? Because, I mean, he's still a threat. Like, why?
It was a contract thing. I think it was a contract dump for the Bears. I don't think the Bears think they can compete right now. So they're building for the future.
They said, Aaron Rodgers is staying.
Well,
like, all right, let's check out this year.
Dumping Khalil Mack and cutting Eddie Goldman next year, they have $130 million in cap space. So they're getting ready to go all in next year. Mm-hmm. So they're just they're doing a rebuild. They're going to rebuild around Justin Fields.
Rebuild, yeah.
This season they're going to not be good, and they know that, and they're just getting ready.
This just in. Katie said AFC is stacked.
The AFC is.
KC might falter a little bit. My homeboy married old girl. If he married that girl,
got married.
It's over. All right, KC's going down, man. They're the new favorites to get the low, man. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. He said good. He tried to call off. He wondered in his head. Did he finish her? Anthony Handy, y'all. Yes, sir. Good morning.
It just says Facebook user on our end, and I'm like, this is totally Anthony talking, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, you know
you just know when it's Anthony being a fool in the comments. Love it.
Yo,
yeah, that was sad.
Khalil, that one shocked me, man. Khalil Mack to the Chargers. Obviously, they're slowly building a team. We know Herbert is amazing. Austin Eckler is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated running backs in the league.
Yeah,
he's been on my fantasy team every year.
Yes,
I've always
in my dynasty league.
Eckler is a stud. I was surprised when he didn't get into the Pro Bowl, but then you look at
the AFC running backs,
and you're just like, oh my gosh, the AFC is so stacked. I said all last year, like, whoever wins the Super Bowl, I don't care. It's going to be from the AFC. And then when the Bengals made it and the Rams made it, I'm like, this is the only scenario where I am worried the AFC is not going to win. Yeah. And it happened. But I don't think that happens again. I think the AFC is just going to dominate. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So and then the Steelers are going to trot off Mason Rudolph out there to try and compete.
Yep.
Hurts my soul.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go Deshaun Watson.
I love being in the NFC. Which I think is why, like, the Cowboys are really, this is totally off topic, but the Cowboys are really, like, irritating me with some of their moves. And it's like, and the sad part is we're doing all this, we're letting go of good players, and we're still going to be on top because the NFC is just that bad. Like, we feel like we don't need to be competitive and go out there and make big moves.
First and foremost,
the NFC is just not good.
Commander Carson is going to come and he's going to play in his toy box and he's going to whoop the tail. He can take care of the Cowboys. All right, don't start with that.
You know who leads? You know who leads the leads Cowboys into battle? Commanders. They are going to lead the Cowboys.
Let's get it.
Commander Carson is going to jump on a horse and lead them Cowboys.
By being absolutely garbage themselves.
But look, Ash, you said you were off topic. You're not off topic. You're right on topic. Amari Cooper gets traded to Cleveland. Ash, how do you feel? Wait. No, don't tell me how you feel. This is how you heard it.
Man, no, for real. Don't play like that.
Are you serious? How you know? Put that on everything. Damn.
That was it.
That was me when I found out the Browns. I was like,
They really gave up Amari for a bologna sandwich. I can't believe
okay, literally like the best route runner in the league, just for literally a fifth round pick because we swapped 6.
And that's it.
And then they got a fit. And they took his contract, which was a big thing because apparently a few people had offers in on him, but they were the only ones that were gonna take his contract. That was the big thing. The rumor of him calling Dak the Black Kirk Cousins is absolutely ridiculous. That never happened.
So that was like a rumor going
him
around.
and Dak were having issues because Amari called him the Black Kirk Cousins, and that never happened. Like, everyone has shut it down. So I just want to end that little tidbit because that's ridiculous. I'm so sad. I understand.
Is there truth to that?
No, there's not. Everyone has literally shut it down. Like, actual people have shut it down that actually know what they're talking about.
I feel like it's a recurring theme. Is there drama in Dallas?
Right.
Always.
That's right. I'm trying to find the crack.
I feel like we create our own drama just to be relevant sometimes, so it's very annoying. But I understand, like, that didn't happen. I understand Amari's contract was not pretty, like it was not great, but I just feel like we should have just taken it on and made moves elsewhere because I don't know. I don't trust CD to be a number 1 because everyone's like, we still have our number 1. I'm like, I feel like we don't. Wow. And I'm not happy we franchise tagged Schultz.
But you cut
We
Jarwin.
cut Jarwin because that hip injury, and I feel really bad for that. Like, I'm really sad for Jarwin that happened.
Your boy Hayden Hurst is available.
Yeah,
She would love him.
I mean, we already tagged Schultz, so whatever. I mean, we need someone else because we don't have another tight end on contract right now. So we need somebody. So I wouldn't be mad at it, like those two together. Can he block? I just need somebody who can block. I'll take Ertz.
Hey, no.
It's that, and then I saw Amari
in Washington.
No.
Let's go.
Amari leaving. I feel bad for Amari. Like, my brother sent me that tweet, and he's like, I hope Amari's dad has some good editing software.
Like Odell's dad.
Dad. Because he's frustrated that Dallas couldn't get him the ball. How is Baker Mayfield? I feel bad for him. Like, that's where he's going. Poor guy.
The Browns told Landry that he feels free to feel
and that's
any
another
questions
thing. Why didn't we at least try to get Landry in that deal so we could have some
an outright trade?
I don't know. I mean, not outright, but
Or
Landry's not as talented as Amari.
Well, you got a 5th for Amari, so it's not like you were trading for talent.
I know we should have been.
Where are we at?
We should have attempted to get something more out of that. And they're gonna let Landry go anyway.
They're gonna try and trade him.
Or they'll keep him over here.
I don't know. I love the Browns because they always make these big splash plays in free agency in the offseason. They're like, oh, the Browns are gonna go
like them
to
getting
Super Bowl
OBJ.
now. We're gonna win the division.
Same scenario.
Similar to another team.
Yeah.
Wearing my Dunder Mifflin hat. Since my Tar Heels didn't win, I can't wear that team. I can't wear my Reds Washington. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Spencer. This is Let's Talk Football in the Morning. I'm here with the Swintons, the first couple of Let's Talk Football family. Thank you so much for all of you that are here with us, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you getting up this morning with us, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to move on to one of our fan favorite segments. But real quick, we are brought to you by my guy, Mr. Anton Benton, local handyman. He travels, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look.
Hey there, ladies and gents. Your local handyman, Anton Benton, here to help you with your problems. I'm here right now on the job site, taking out whole kitchen cabinets. A little bit more work to do, but if you got a project at your house that you need to get completed, I'm your guy to finish it up for you. Give me a call, let me know what you need to get done.
What your new company, man. Shout out to your new company. Go ahead and tell the world about your new company real quick.
Oh, boy. So, marketing Anton Benton Pros.
Yes.
Doing everything from plumbing to electrical to making huge decks to doing closets.
Yes.
Doing it all. Doing it all.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. Shout out to my. Oh, yeah, buddy. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy Anton Benton. He's your local handyman. Lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia, but he will definitely travel. He has been to, not Utah. He has been to Colorado. He told me to tell you. He has said Utah. He was like, "Yeah, I've been everywhere, but not
that far."
Not that far, right?" But has been all over the country doing big things, getting new jobs left and right. Man, definitely hit him up. Does good work, and he said kitchen work. He's good at that. Just to pass that along to you guys. Just pass that along. But yo, as I mentioned before, our longest running segment on this show, Mrs. Swinton's Pop Quiz with Mrs. Swinton. Working on the song. We're gonna get it.
We'll get there.
All right, we're doing free agent questions. That's what we're doing. I was like, what am I doing?
All right.
I don't know. All right, my first one is, I think these are not too hard, I'm hoping, because I didn't want to make them too hard where it's like, I don't even know who that is. But if you need more, ask me for more for the question, because I have notes and I'm like, this is a question, but then I can give you hints.
Gotcha.
All right. Who suffered a career-threatening neck injury that caused him to miss an entire season and in the end be released?
Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. Yep.
In 2012. I think that's the biggest free agency move that I could find.
He got released? I
Yeah,
thought
they
he got
just cut him.
traded. Oh wow.
Yeah, they cut him. Yeah, Pat McAfee talks about it all the time because he was rookie Peyton Manning's last healthy season when they went to the Super Bowl and lost. And then Peyton got hurt. And then the next year, he talks about how he's like, this game, anybody can get cut or traded. He's like, Peyton Manning got released, just got cut from the team, and then went and won a Super Bowl. He talks about it all the time.
Yeah, see, I didn't know he had I don't obviously pay attention to most teams outside of mine before the last 3 years, so I didn't even know he had a neck injury. I didn't know he got released or
he missed the whole season.
I didn't know how the transaction went down from him going from the Colts to the Broncos.
Yeah. Wow.
That was probably the easiest one I had. Next one. Who suffered a shoulder injury, got released, and ended up signing a $60 million 6-year deal in 2006?
Shoulder injury. Like what? Like a
To
tear?
his throwing arm.
So
it
it's
was
a
like a
quarterback.
brace.
Was it Aaron Rodgers?
No.
No.
My guess is Drew Brees.
Later. Was it Drew?
It is Drew Brees.
From
It
the
was
Chargers.
Drew? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Do you know what other
Oh,
team?
wow.
Do you know what other team almost signed him? It's just interesting because to think he could be on this team is pretty crazy.
Oh.
It was Miami, but Miami wouldn't promise him that he'd be a starter, and he didn't want to be a backup anywhere. But I was reading about his injury. It was a serious injury.
Yeah, that's why they drafted Eli Manning and traded from Phillip Rivers.
Well, the thing about that with the Miami thing, Saban was coaching Miami at the time. Saban always talks about had he gotten Drew Brees, he would have stayed in the NFL. But when he didn't get Drew Brees, then writing was on the wall, and then he ended up going to Alabama.
Yeah.
So
the only reason Drew Brees didn't go there is because they wouldn't promise him a starting position though, and the Saints did. They're like, yeah, you'll definitely be our starter. So he's like, well, I'm gonna go with them.
That's wild.
He stand firm on his I'm starting. But it's crazy because his injury was super bad, really bad. They had to go in there and do a bunch of stuff. And they're like, I don't know, if you're going to be able to. So it makes sense that he got released because I was like, how do you release Drew Brees? That's crazy to me. But after looking into the injury, I'm like, oh, wow, that was way worse than. And your throwing arm. It's crazy. Alrighty. Next one. Raiders decided against extending this former Heisman Trophy winner in 2006.
And so he became a free agent, I'm assuming is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Howard? No.
No,
he wasn't around.
He went from the Raiders. He got a 7-year contract after.
Was it Woodson?
52.7 mil. Yep, it is Charles Woodson.
Yeah. And he was a Michigan man.
And the Packers gave him money.
Oh, yeah.
He ended up going back to the Raiders later on in his career.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, this one. Yeah. The Jets signed this player in 1998 who previously played for the Patriots. It's a running back.
Corey Dillon?
No.
98.
Curtis Martin?
Yes.
I was going to say, did Curtis Martin play for the Patriots?
That's what. Yeah, I didn't remember he playing for the Patriots.
Dang, that's crazy.
No, I remembered him playing for the Patriots. I don't remember him playing for the Jets.
I remember him on the Jets.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't remember him on the
Patriots. Because I remember he was in that Super Bowl against the Packers.
Oh, in 95? Or
No, 96.
96?
Yeah.
I was only 6 at the time.
Oh,
so that's why.
It was an old.
98 when he got moved, I was only 8, so I remember him on the Jets because he played on the Jets for another 8 years, probably.
Right. He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah. He finished I think 4th or 5th all time in rushing yards when he finally retired. I know he's been passed by a couple people, but actually I don't know if he's in the. He's got to be a Hall of Famer.
I don't know.
I think he got in a couple years.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's got to be. I'll be shocked if he's not actually.
Anthony Handy, if you are in the comments, do some homework, my friend.
Yeah.
Check out Curtis Martin, Hall of Fame. I think yes. But we'll see.
I don't know. I didn't see that. This one is the opposite. This player played with the Patriots signed this player in 2014, and they previously played with the Jets, so it flipped.
Darrelle Revis.
Yes. I was like, don't let me say more because I ain't got nothing else. That's it.
Revis Island. That man was.
I was trying to make a Sanchez connection. I was trying to make a Mr. Butthole connection, but I was like, did he go over there? No.
He played with somebody else in between those two, but he also.
Revis did?
Yeah. I can't remember what team.
He was the initial, the very first missionary. He would sign 1-year deals with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
1 year, $14 million. And he just, I think maybe I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember.
Revis Island.
He was too a shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be crazy.
All right, I got 2 more. The next one. This player left the original team in 1993, saying that the team didn't negotiate with me, so I had to leave. I can give you. He was on the Eagles.
Reggie White?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
He said they didn't negotiate with me, so I know.
And then he said, I heard from God that Green Bay was the place to go or something like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
he ended up going to Green Bay, and I was like, hey, there you go.
There you go. It was just funny looking at the Eagles. They really mess up, man. They mess up a lot.
Yes.
Looking at the draft, they mess up. Looking at free agency, they mess up. They just let people go. They shouldn't. It was wild.
Curtis Martin was inducted in 2012. Nice.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. That's Katie. Thank you, Katie.
Look at you, Katie.
Look
with
at
the
you.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This player went to sign with 2 different teams over the course of his career. He won a Super Bowl the first year he played with each team. So he signed with a team, won a Super Bowl, signed with another team, won a Super Bowl. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So neither team was the team he was drafted by?
No.
What year was one of them?
It was in the 90s.
Okay. Dion? Is it Dion?
Yes. I knew once I said anything else, it was going to be obvious. Yeah. Went to the Niners, won the Super Bowl. Went to the Cowboys, won the Super Bowl. So 94, 95.
Yeah.
I knew once I gave the years, it was going to be.
Because then when you said when you talked about when he was drafted, I was like, I know he didn't win a Super Bowl with the team he was drafted by.
Yeah.
He was drafted by the Falcons, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He had them in the playoffs. But, yep, Dion. Absolutely.
That's all I got.
I like that.
They were too easy, right?
No, I had to think.
No.
Yeah.
No, I definitely had to think on that one.
It was hard to think of free agency questions. I'm like, people go where they go. I don't know.
Right. It's at the end of the day, it's all up in the air, and you really don't know until they actually make those signings. Because if any one of us, I guarantee not one of us would have known Russell Wilson to Denver.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Even
It's
with
crazy.
there's speculation, this and that. No, none of us would have made that connection. But hey, that's
And
what
guys
that's
like Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, who just get released and go on to have like amazing career. I mean, Peyton Manning obviously had an amazing career before that, but like leave and still do good.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. Yo, thank you very much for that, Mrs. Ash Swinton. And stay tuned next week for Mrs. Swinton's pop quiz. Yeah.
Love it.
So, yo,
Leave
Ash.
my birds alone. Who said that?
Anthony about his Falcons.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were going eagle bird.
Mm-mm.
Because I know.
Oh.
Sorry, Anthony.
Yo, seeing as the last thing we talked about was Amari Cooper going to Cleveland, let's look at the other side of it in a segment we like to call the AFC North free agents, and just going to go into the AFC North as a whole. What do they need? What are some things that are in dire straits? And getting a wide receiver of this caliber, bringing him to a team that already had issues throwing to all of its wide receiver, because we already know Cleveland's a running team. Mm-hmm. What does this move mean for them? And, what does this mean for the whole division?
I mean, it should be on paper an upgrade for their receiving core. Even if he does take the place of Jarvis Landry, he's a better route runner than Jarvis is.
The best route runner.
Calm down.
In the league.
Calm down.
Who's better?
Cooper Kupp. Okay, next.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Second best.
Point.
Second best.
So on paper, it should be good. But again, the Browns do this every year. They make big moves on the offseason. Everybody gets on their high horse. And I'm just every year sit back and be like, nope, it ain't going to happen. I'll be wrong once, but I'm like 25 years strong being right. So
take my chances.
Exactly. I mean, it should be an upgrade. If Baker's shoulder is better and it was as bad as they say, maybe it does improve them and help them. They also franchise tagged, I think, David Njoku, their big tight end, but they also have Austin Hooper. Like, they have so many big names. It's insane. And they just can't win. I think Jadeveon Clowney's a free agent, though. So they lost him as of right now. Anyway, he hasn't re-signed.
President franchise tag him.
It's not worth what you would pay an edge rusher. Because the franchise tag on an edge rusher's
why are we franchise tagging tight ends? This is ridiculous.
Because the tight end market's not as high. They don't because just a franchise tag on a tight end is I'm assuming is between like about 12 mil maybe. Whereas like an edge rusher is going to be 20 mil because like it's the average of the top 5
what I wanted to happen.
Contracts. So the Browns,
I guess that makes sense, like contract money wise.
Right. So the Browns are returning, I mean, almost everybody. I know they lose Landry. Or they're trying to trade Landry and they lose Clowney.
I'm gonna look it up.
There you go. And then the Bengals, I think the Bengals have a few free agents because they signed a lot of one-year deals last year because they had like 7 new starters on defense, which really played out well. I mean, their defense played great in the postseason and stuff. So, but they need some linemen. Obviously, that's their biggest need. Yeah. For them, I don't think any of their major offensive guys are free agents, unless Tyler Boyd is. I can't remember if he is or not.
How much of that team, that Super Bowl berth team, how much of them are straight, are ready to go? Obviously, the rookies are fine, and the first, second year guys, but how much of the long term? Like, I know Quentin Spain's free agent right now. Like,
yeah, I think their whole offense is coming back. I think Uzama maybe.
Uzama's a free agent.
Uzama may be the only free agent on offense. But like Chase, Higgins, Burrow, Mixon, they're all locked in. And then obviously I'm not sure if the line is locked in or not, but they want to improve that anyway. So I don't think it really matters if they have some free agents there because they basically want a whole new line. And then on the defensive side, though, I know they signed only a couple to like multi-year deals. I know Mike Hilton got a 3-year deal, so he'll be there. I think Chidobe got a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Chris Hubbard.
Chidobe.
I think Chris Hubbard.
Chris Hubbard is a free agent.
Is a free agent, and he balled out for them, so that's a big one that they're gonna, I would assume, try and get back. Trey Hendrickson was, I think only a 1-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to think of all the free agents right now. But I know their defense was going to be hit way harder than their offense when it came to free agents.
Mm-hmm.
But their biggest need is line, so I'm not sure they're going to focus on the defense again.
Probably not. They need a line bad. If they don't go line, it's like
that needs to be their number one focus.
Yeah,
right?
You can't let him keep getting just absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I think their safety Jesse Bates was a free agent, but I think they tagged him.
Did they? Okay, I was wondering about that.
I'm pretty sure they tagged. Okay, so Riley Reef, their tackle, is a free agent. Larry Ogunjobi, their defensive tackle. Yeah. Uzama, those are the big ones. Their punter's a free agent.
So is ours.
Jesse Bates, their big corner or the big safety. Eli Apple, their starting corner.
Nobody wants Spain.
Yeah.
No one wants his drama. I think he was a good fit for the Bengals. He actually didn't have that bad of a year or anything. Like, he's not that bad, but he never shuts his mouth. Like, shut your mouth, dude.
There it is.
Quit running around. Quit running your mouth on Twitter about how you shut down Tyreek Hill. Like, stop.
Yeah, those are.
Because then you get burnt one time, and now the internet is after.
Right.
Yeah.
They will come after you.
Yeah. He was literally like tagging Tyreek Hill on Twitter, being like, "I shut you down." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you better stop. You just stop. Gosh.
But yeah, 3 people in their secondary because Jesse Bates, Eli Apple, and Trey Flowers are all free agents.
Oh wow.
So I know their defense is going to hit harder than their offense. What?
Yeah, their defense is going to get hit harder, but their offense is awful. Like, you have to
offensive line, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have money? They have to have money. All their guys are young.
Yeah, I think they do have money. I think they're okay in cap space. They're not like in any hurt or anything.
Yeah.
And then as for Ravens, I think
Lamar Jackson, if you're nasty,
he's not a free agent.
Stay healthy.
He wants a contract though.
What did you call him, Ash?
Lamar Jackson, if you're nasty, because Janet Jackson says that. So that's my.
Let's go.
That's my Lamar Jackson name. I don't believe in him. He's gonna get paid. How many years does he have?
This is
year
they pick
4?
up his 5th year next year, so he's got this year and next year, but he's gonna want a deal this year. Is what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
but they have a lot of big free agents like Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, Tavon Young, Sammy Watkins, Patrick Card, Jimmy Smith. So both like two of their top 3 corners. Obviously, they're 2 D tackles and Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams. Pernell McPhee now starting outside linebacker. All those 1-year running backs, but they should be getting their healthy running backs back. Their starting center is a free agent, and then their starting guard is a restricted free agent, so not a full one. But those are the big names for Baltimore. I think their needs are definitely receiver. They need to go get a guy that's number 1.
Ravens?
The Ravens, yeah.
How many times can they draft a receiver and it not work?
They're just like the Eagles. It must be a bird thing.
Call!
I just think, I don't know. Why would you? We've had this argument before. Why are you going to draft a wide receiver because you need a number 1 guy when you have someone who can't throw you the ball?
They need to draft one because none of the receivers in the free agent market want to go to Lamar because he can't throw the ball.
Because he can't throw.
What if like Juju went there?
Well, and it's not that he can't throw, but he's just not.
I mean, I can throw.
The focus. Look, the focus is not on throwing. The focus is on running the ball You're going to be a running team. You are going to be required to block more than you are going to be required to catch. That is the bottom line.
Yeah,
and guys don't want that.
In today's NFL, it's a very pass-heavy league. So why, and receivers want to get paid and they get paid based on their production. So
and secondly, you're going to take backseat to Lamar's fame and his attention and everything. He's the head. Everybody knows that. Name one other person. I know Nate's going to watch this later and get on me, but name one other person that is more at the head of attention in Baltimore as far as football. Nobody.
Who would you argue? Who would you argue?
Well, right. You go from before it was Ray Lewis, now it's Lamar. Nobody else comes close. Not even John Harbaugh comes close. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Damn.
Yeah. So I think they have to draft a receiver. I mean,
oh my gosh, it's just like the Eagles. Like, you keep doing it and it keeps not working. Like,
I mean, you got to hit eventually. Like,
you would think.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what they're going to try to do.
Just gonna keep trying.
Just because they can't do it doesn't mean it's not a need. Like, it's still.
Well, I know. Need. Well, because this year with all their running backs hurt and Lamar not doing the best, they got exposed because they couldn't run the ball like they normally do.
Yeah. Now, let's remember, at one point they were 8-3 and they were number 1 seed in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
And then
went down real fast.
It fell apart.
Yep.
At one point we were 6-6.
Hey, you got Commander Carson now. You're gonna be there.
Let's go to another team that's having quarterback issues. Steelers. Talk about the boys, Sid.
So our free agents, our big names are Joe Hayden, Juju. Those are probably the massive ones that everybody's gonna know.
Did you franchise tag anybody?
No, we didn't franchise tag anybody. And Joe Hayden's probably gonna walk, which sucks.
No, I love Joe Hayden.
All year, all year I've heard that you guys are gonna get rid of Juju. Everybody that I've talked to, Steelers, had any connection to Steelers, has said Juju after this season is probably gonna go elsewhere. Do you think that? Or you agree with that?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a guarantee or anything like that. I really do think the Steelers are up there as an option. I think it depends on what other money we spend elsewhere. Juju took a 1-year deal this year because he knew the Steelers were going to have cap space next year. Mm-hmm. Like, he took a 1-year deal last year because he knew we were going to have cap space this year to hopefully get a longer term deal.
Right.
So
Eddie wanted to play with that.
He wants to play in Pittsburgh. Like, he came back and played in the playoff game. He was hurt. Like, he didn't have to come back and play in that game. And I mean, because he still wasn't 100%, but he knew it was like the playoffs and like Ben's last game. And so, like, that was just showing his love and dedication for the Steelers. Like, I think he wants to be a Steeler. It's just if they can give him what he thinks he's worth or would want. I mean, he took less money last year to stay with us. Right. The Ravens offered him more money. The Chiefs offered him more money. And the Eagles offered him more money. And he stayed with us. So
you gotta stay away from the Eagles. Don't go there. You go from probably one of the, like, I always say you guys have a really good fan base, a really good, like, culture. The Eagles are garbage. Like, their fan base is trash. No, everyone can agree.
Fan base is bad. I'll agree with
everyone can agree their fan base is not good. Like, no one wants to go there because
their team culture is bad too.
Their team I don't know how you have a good culture when Jalen Hurts is the one.
I mean, that's very arguable about Mason Rudolph.
Like, you have Tomlin, and it's like a good city. Like, the whole thing is just like good.
You know what's funny is Philly and Pittsburgh are in the same state.
I know, but they're totally opposite. If you ask me which one I would want to go to, I'm not going to Philly.
Oh my goodness.
Trash garbage. They have the worst fan base. I do not like them. Even teams that aren't in the division, they're like families say, I don't want to go there. I'm not going there.
Any fan base that would boo Santa Claus is a hot mess.
Exactly. Who does that?
Wow.
They're not nice people.
So would you rather have a fan base that like boos their team when they're bad or thinks they're going to the Super Bowl every year no matter what?
Thinks they're going to the Super Bowl because at least we're happy in our own little world of delusion.
Delusional, right? Wow.
I think so. Everyone always gets on people about like, Oh, you think you're going to the Super Bowl? Oh, you're so happy your team's doing good. Oh, you're so.
No, your team is not
Oh,
doing
you're
good.
so happy
No.
you win a game. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy.
Exactly.
Like, why would I not be happy? Why would I not get hyped? What's the point of watching if I'm not gonna be the most hyped all the time?
Except you're not the most hyped right now.
Well, not right now because we just got rid of Amari.
Ask
me when we play one game and win without Amari. Then I'll be like, we didn't need that guy anyway. Let's go.
Anyway, back to my team that we're talking about.
Right.
And not
How
your
did we
team
talk about the
anymore.
Cowboys? How did we get into the Cowboys?
Because it all circles back to me.
All about
and my joy and delusion.
Wow. Anyway, here's other free agents that are probably gone.
Juju was going to go to the Eagles. That's how it came back.
That's not the Cowboys. How did it get back to the Cowboys?
Because it came to my division and you gave me a little sliver of opportunity to talk about my team. I'm going to take
a little bit. All you need is a little bit. It's over.
Love my team even though I hate them.
Wow.
All right. Anyway.
Joe Hayden to the Cowboys. Let's go.
Calm down.
I love Joe Hayden so much.
So do I.
I'll be so sad if he leaves you guys.
He's dumb, I think.
Stop saying that.
It's like
you're manifesting the wrong things.
It's tweeted. Like it's in the Twitterverse.
The Twitter said it, so it's true.
He tweeted it. So
he tweeted it?
Yeah, he's saying bye to the fans every day, like over the last week.
Well, because he knows he's not going to get.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's happening.
I want to
don't
be
say it, but then
I want to live in delusion that Joe Hayden is not leaving the Steelers.
I mean, I hope not,
because I don't want him to go to another team, unless it's the Cowboys.
Up again, back to the Cowboys,
or Washington, or
the Bills, because I can cheer for those three teams.
He can come to Washington.
No, don't ruin that man's career like that.
We believe. We like him. Come on.
Anyway,
Joe.
Who else?
You get paid. You don't have to play. Come on, Joe.
And then, so back to my team finally. The other free agents that are probably gone are Eric Ebron,
North Carolina.
James Washington's probably gone. Kalen Ballage, our backup running back's probably gone. Marcus Allen, one of our safeties, he's a restricted free agent, so I think he's coming back. But then like Terrell Edmonds is a free agent. I'm hoping we re-sign him at a cheaper deal because I don't think he's worth it. Will you let me talk about my team? Jeez.
Every game we watch, he says Terrell Edmonds is a bum.
He played a lot better this year.
Re-sign him.
He played a lot better this year. He was a bum.
I believe. See, he believes.
Akello Witherspoon is also a free agent, and he balled out this year when he played.
Did.
So I'm hoping we re-sign him since we're losing Joe Hayden. And then I think Josh Dobbs is gone. Ray McLeod is a free agent. And Trey Turner, he started at right guard for us. He was like our only good offensive lineman, so I'm kind of hoping we bring him back. But it all depends on kind of what they're going to do going forward because they're looking at – I've seen things where we draft a center and move Kevin Green over to guard, who was the center we drafted last year.
Is
he's a natural guard.
Ben said needs to play guard.
He said he would be better at guard, yes. Because he's a natural guard, but we put him at center because we needed help.
Ben said, "Get this man out from."
Not working.
So, but yeah, Steelers' obvious needs are linemen, and then on the defense with Joe Hayden being gone, we'll need a corner. If Stephon Tuitt doesn't come back, we'll definitely need another D tackle because our run defense was bad when him and Alu were gone, and then middle linebacker might be an issue if Devin Bush doesn't step it up. He had a down year after tearing his ACL, so hoping he
did really good his first year.
Yeah, he showed flashes early on for sure, but he had a down year last year, so a lot of fans are calling for his head, which is
isn't that
ridiculous.
Sophomore slump or whatever?
Huh?
Did he have a slump? Is his second year? Don't they all do that?
This is his third year.
Oh, is it already?
Yeah, because he played great his rookie year. His second year, he tore his ACL, and then this last year.
His second year playing.
Right. But yeah, so I think, outside of quarterback, which is an obvious need, lineman is offensive line and corner are our big needs.
Yep.
You guys are just going to ride with Mason Rudolph?
I wouldn't be mad.
Yes, you would. with all those quarterbacks in the AFC, and you get to stand strong and say,
Hey,
we have Mason Rudolph.
You don't know my life.
He said,
Yes,
"Hey,
I
I've
literally
had
do.
Duck Hodges. All right, I've run with Duck Hodges at
Dude.
quarterback.
Hey,
But
I can
Duck,
do Mason
I
Rudolph.
love that guy.
just like I made,
trust.
just like I made Carson Wentz look good. Let me make Mason look good real quick.
Let's go. Come on now.
He
Mason
didn't
Rudolph
die when Myles Garrett tried to kill him.
Mason
with his
Rudolph is 5-3 as a starter. He has solid production when he can actually play. He doesn't turn the ball over. He should have beat Detroit. The reason we lost to Detroit was because Pat Freiermuth fumbled and Deontay Johnson fumbled. He was driving us down the field for the game-winning drive, and then they fumbled. So that's not on Mason. He has played well enough when he plays to win games. He's not going to go out and lose games because he's not like a Carson Wentz where he tries to do it all, but he is competent enough to go out and throw 200 yards and turn around and hand the ball to Najee 35 times.
The Naj. I guess. I don't know.
See, I just changed her. You see it? Just
See that?
Told you.
Got him thinking.
Because if you look at your other options are like Mitchell Trubisky, it's like, is he that much worse than like Mitchell Trubisky? Probably not.
Yeah.
And bring in Bobby Wagner and just shut down the defense.
He already has set up a visit with us. We don't know how we're gonna.
You don't
pay
got any
him,
money, exactly.
but
The Steelers got money.
like he's gonna come talk. So okay, circling back to my team.
Always back to the Cowboys.
See how it keeps coming back, right?
You know how I want Curse really, really, really bad?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna walk, and I'm really sad because we're not gonna pay him what he thinks he's worth.
These are great.
He was talking on Twitter, and I was like, no.
Go ahead.
I really thought Dan Quinn was gonna be enough. Hopefully Dan Quinn's enough to get Bobby Wagner.
Okay, so for 1 year.
Yes.
It's just one.
We just
1
cleared
year.
up all this space. Just to sign one guy for 1 year.
Just one. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad you have been here with us. Went over some AFC North needs, free agents,
and the Cowboys.
a little bit, and the Cowboys, right? Which always seem to reappear. It's weird. It always came back in there.
They always sneak themselves back into the conversation.
You know, it's weird.
I like to be the center of attention and relevant.
There you go.
So here
there
I
you
am.
go. Hey, there you go. Yo,
let me on here.
We are getting close. Wait a minute. It said Duck Dynasty isn't half bad as long as it's coming off the bench.
Hey, he started 3-0.
Hey.
His first three career games.
It's results.
That's my argument against Mason. Mason got benched for Duck.
No, he got hurt.
No, he got benched.
No, he didn't.
Then he wasn't hurt anymore, and they still played Duck.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
Duck can't. You don't know anything what I'm talking about.
Look it up.
You literally, you're telling me to look up about my team.
Yes.
Get her off the screen.
Wow.
Wow. Mason Rudolph with the helmet. Myles Garrett did. That was the best.
I want to know.
Garrett is Walter Payton Man of the Year.
And that Halloween costume, you know, that what's it called? That Garrett had on. Was Mason Rudolph one of those quarterbacks that was on there?
It should have been. He should have been the biggest name.
Right.
Literally attempted murderer.
Right.
Is what it should have said above that one.
Oh my gosh.
He's just on the front. Everybody else on the back. He's on the front.
Exactly.
Ended him. One fatality.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Finish him.
Yeah, buddy. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming close to the end of our show, but we always like to leave you with something nice to get your morning going off right. So we're going to start with the morning vitamin. Sydney, my guy, what you got first, man?
This one, I just a nice little piece of advice I think is always good to follow. Surround yourself by like-minded people or people that are where you want to be in life.
Are you my brain?
Where you want to aspire to be in life. Anytime you surround yourself with people that are where you want to be or ahead of you in life, it's always good to pick their brain, and it inspires you to push harder and get to them, get to where they're at, or different things like that. Just, obviously you can't surround yourself with everybody that's where you want to be in life, but it's always good to have a few people in your life that are somewhere where you want to be or somewhere that you want to strive to get to, whether it be work-wise, family-wise, faith-wise, money-wise, literally anything like that. Because just being around those type of people will definitely help you and allow you to grow and just nitpick their brains and help you in the long run, I think, in life.
Yeah, what's that thing I would say about opinions of people who are doing better than you?
What's that? What?
About all that crap you always say about people who have opinions, or you wouldn't take advice from someone who's not better than you, essentially.
It's hard. I mean, it's
like why
hard for me to take opinions from you.
Yeah.
That's
the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna take life advice or like listen to somebody who's not doing better than me. It's like, what do you know?
It's always like
what do you right?
Like, what do you judge me when you're?
It's like the real common thing that people not in relationships give relationship advice.
Relationship advice,
or
right?
People who aren't parents giving parenting advice. Like, why am I gonna feel any type of way about your parenting advice, unwanted opinion, when you yourself don't have any clue what it's like?
Right. So I mean,
if I want to be successful, I'm going to find someone successful and ask them, "Hey, how do you become successful?"
Hit a little close to home. Katie said, "This is why I surround myself with you guys. I love it.
Aww.
Absolutely. Iron sharpening iron, all working.
Yes,
that better cause. I love that. I love that. Ash, what do you have? Is that
all right? So my thing was going to be like you're like surround yourself with like good, positive people that have like-minded thinking like you, that want to be like on the same level as you. And mine was going to be to cut out people that aren't like-minded, that are more toxic, if you will. Not even really toxic, but I've had friends that we're just like not on the same level. And I'm like, I don't not like them. I don't not think they're like a good person, but we're just like not on the same level. So it's hard to like connect with people like that. And it's like, you just gotta like cut them out and move on. It's not because they're necessarily toxic or a bad person or you don't like them, but like, I'm not gonna like pour all this energy into people that aren't on the same level as me,
or that don't have like same goals and ambitions. They're like comfortable where they're at, that they don't.
Because then you kind of get stuck in that stagnant mind frame too of like, well, if no one's pushing me to be better, you're not pushing yourself to be better. So I just think you should surround yourself with people who are always pushing you to do better, do more.
Yeah, you don't want the type of friends that just kind of tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You want the friends that are going to tell you what you need to hear and should hear to help you better yourself.
Absolutely.
That part.
I love that.
In a respectful way.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if there's toxic people in your life, you should cut them out. You should never deal with anyone that you don't want to deal with. I cut out everyone, and I'm like, gone, done. I am the worst at that. Where like, you make me mad one time, I cut you off, and I'm done with you forever, and I will never listen to you again. So maybe don't be so harsh. But
look,
it's like a reoccurring theme. It's like, okay.
Look, ask Kat. If all the people on Let's Talk For, if it weren't for the Let's Talk Football family, like that's the biggest group of friends I have. Because before that, I'm like, no. Oh, one time. Oh, really? You got something? Okay, bye. Done. What happened to you? Nothing. I'm here. I'm in the same place I've been yesterday. But
yeah.
Just not talking to you. So yeah, no. My morning vitamin this morning is just roll with the punches. Virginia weather is the epitome of craziness. Monday it was like 70, 80 degrees, and yesterday we had about 5 feet of snow. So it's kind of like, what in the holy, and it's weird because I sent a message to my boss because Friday we had nothing. Like Friday it was cold, but it wasn't like, it was maybe a light jacket cold. It wasn't really bad. You know, we were outside, it was sunny outside, everything was cool. And before I was taking Kat somewhere, and before she was like, we're gonna have this blizzard tomorrow. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Are you serious? She said, yeah, no. I came home and I was watching TV, and they came with like those service announcements over the side of the screen, and they were like, yeah, there's gonna be like 5 to 10 inches tomorrow. And I woke up and it was covered, and I'm like,
what happened?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. what in the, so, but I still, and I messaged my boss, and I was kind of like, because I work with adults with mental disability, as we know, and I got to drive essentially the equivalent of like here to like essentially like 45 minutes away, right? And I got to go over there, pick him up, bring him back, or take him, wherever we're gonna go, and then because I'm his environment and get like outdoor engagement, like we go out and movies and go to mall, things like that. So I took stuff. right. I'm the good one. I get all the good stuff, and he tells me about everything else that's going on. So I send a picture when I get up, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm looking at right now. Like the cars are covered and everything. And she's like, oh, yeah. Well, I guess there won't be that many people on the road. Let me know how it goes. I was like, oh, what? I was like, wait, really? She's
like, when you get here.
Yeah, right. Keep me updated. I was like, oh, snap. And it ended up being the roads weren't that bad. And, Virginia's just funky like that. But, still, you got to keep going. I know a lot of people. I know me in my old day would have been like, no. Oh, I got a cough too. Like, I ain't going out there. But once I got out there, once I got going, it was fine. We ended up having a good day. I ended up taking him back, and, everything was fine. But, roll with the punches. Don't let a lot, like little small things deal with you, like really hit you that much. And, my fiance has been taking the trips to Michigan left and right because her dear friend has stage 4 cancer. And she's been dealing with that and trying to find all the different remedies and this and that. And she has kind of another friend that's kind of like, kind of like with like little stuff that's not as important. And Kat will be like, look, this girl is on her deathbed. You know what I mean? And you sit here talking to me about what? Are you kidding me right now? You know what I mean? Roll with the punches, man. And whenever everybody's
puts life into perspective.
Right. Right. You have to, man. Because, it gets to a point where it's like, I always tell people, oh, you dealt with that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'm still here. Yeah. I can feel that. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts a lot. It might mess with me, but I can feel it. And the fact that I can still feel that, that's why we're here. Keep rolling with the punches, people. Because there will be punches. Trust and believe. Sometimes 56 of them, sometimes it's only 14 seconds worth. Like let's go.
Whoa.
Always
like at work, I have like
circles back to Cowboys.
Yeah, always comes back, baby.
At work, I have 25 little punches coming at me every second of every day. 14 that was uncalled for. That was rude.
Wow.
Punches they're just gonna roll through Amari being traded to the Browns.
I prefaced it with the 56. I took 56 punches. Come on now. Come on. Good gracious. Yo,
you guys had time to heal. I have not.
Look, okay, I got 56. Then I got Commanders. Then I got Carson. Don't tell me about time to heal. Right. I am still going through that, got it. 222 wasn't that long ago, and now I got Carson. These are the first moves we're making. Oh my God. All right, I gotta get off here, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, we are so glad that you were able to be here with us this morning, this Sunday morning. We appreciate you. Definitely stay tuned, all my college basketball fans. Later on today, the men's and women's selection shows are going to be coming out to see who's going where, who's going to make it into the NCAA tournament. The NIT is also going to be going down. You can see who's going to make it into there. It's all basketball. It's all great. Enjoy it because in 3 weeks, it'll be gone again. Yeah.
No sense.
Just don't like to talk about it. Just don't like to talk about it. But yo, thank you so much for joining us. It's your boy Sean Spencer with the Swinton. Yeah, buddy. So glad we could all be here. Hey, we will be with you next time. Join us next Sunday. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a good week, people. Peace.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion.
All right. I am Janae Struther.
Sean Spencer.
And